Let me make sure all the volumes are on. All volumes are on. We're good to go.
Oh shit! Yeah, we're in that tavern. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe turn off our cameras.
Yeah. Hopefully this is the last time we have to do that. But yeah. Unfortunately, I have yeah. I'll have fiber broadband soon. Hello everyone. Welcome to Into the Multiverse. Into the Multiverse is a series of D&D campaigns, all set in the world of Gostar. And this story follows the story of the Yeeters, who recently made it to the city of Svartalfheim, which is famous for building lots of magical weapons and the like. When you first arrived, there was a big kind of thing at the front gates where a bunch of the soldiers were kind of saying that they're not letting anyone into the city currently. And you later found out it was due to all these outbreaks of these robots going kind of AWOL. And the wall was exploded by a laser beam. Robots came out. You took out the robots. And they're like, hey, okay, you guys are pretty good at kind of fighting and stuff. We might let you in and you might be able to help out in the city. And so you went into the city and you went in to do some bar fights. And yeah, so you were all in a kind of fight in the... Diego was in a fight in a giant glass water tank, fighting against the champion. What's his name again? Charlie.
Yeah.
the Toad King of Toads. You were fighting him. Cedric was extremely drunk and kind of became corrupted as well by the evil book that he's got. His eyes are now, I think, on fire.
Yes, my eyes are on fire.
You, I think, also kind of just low-key tortured a couple of people who approached you, causing them to dance forever.
I made one dwarf dance a bit.
Apologies, sorry.
Torture is a strong word.
It's true. It's a bit harsh. But yeah, so you've been kind of just resting up here, relaxing, and you also were drinking those freaking water drinks.
Flashbang shots, yeah.
Yeah, the flashbang shots that were just causing you to light up and blind everyone in the entire bar. You bought up pretty much everything that they had in stock of those. You still have a couple of those left, and I think you were retiring to bed just a little bit before, and Grug got upset about something. He doesn't feel as strong as he used to. Diego, you want to help him out, and on your way back you found a strange blue gemstone of some sort, kind of like a shard of something. All made your way back to the inn, and I guess before we hop in, I'll get everyone to introduce themselves and see if they can remember anything from the last game, and or anything they've done recently, and yeah, go from there.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Okay. And for some reason, I don't know why, no one's icons are coming up on this thing. My God.
I can see Craig's.
Yeah, I can see Craig's, but that's it. I don't know what the heck's going on. Cedric
just Craig playing the game.
Yeah. This is so weird.
Just Craig, yeah.
Alright, well, I'll just put on the Yeeters icons, I guess. The old Yeeters icons, because those ones aren't working. What the hell? Okay, sorry about all this. I have no idea what's going on. I just haven't been on this for ages, so it decided to just screw me over. There we go. Okay, that'll do, I suppose, for now. Okay, so we'll start with Joe playing... Moss playing Epic. Jesus.
Well, I'm Moss. I play Epic, the Dwarf Barbarian Fighter, who helped out the King of Toads, giving him pointers, because all he did was hug people until they kinda died. And then Burr got jealous, and
Burr was a little jealous, yeah.
Yeah, I carried Cedric off to bed, then put him in bed. You know?
He was absolutely fried. Beautiful. Thank you very much. Alright, then we've got yourself, Marcus, playing Diego.
Hello, my name is Marcus. I play Diego, the Aarakocra monk who successfully defended his wrestling title.
Diego of the 10 Deaths.
Diego, I think it's up to
Oh,
like 11 or 12, but 10 is
Yeah.
10 is
More flattering.
so we'll keep it at that for now. But yeah, no. Somehow, yeah, beat up the King of Toads and doing good. His wrestling career, you know, it's kind of on the side at the moment because he's saving the world, but you know, he'll get back to it.
Hey, it's fun as well. Like, you just threw him straight out of the tank, which was pretty impressive as well. That was a cool move. You paralyzed him and just chucked him out. That was pretty neat. But yeah, cool, Bula. We'll go then to yourself, Cahill, playing Cedric.
I'm Kyle. I play Cedric, the Dragonborn wizard. I got incredibly drunk. Torture is a strong word, but I played around with some of the patrons in the bar and was promptly put to bed.
Shut down. Amazing. And then finally, yourself, Craig, playing Joe.
Hi, I'm Craig. I'm playing Joe, and I don't remember what I was doing last time.
I don't think you were up to much, to be fair.
You're buying a lot of the drinks. I'm pretty sure.
Well, shocker.
You were teasing me, I think was what you were doing.
Being the bank,
Yeah,
as
but-
usual.
You lightning bolted a couple of robots.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes. Yeah,
Classic.
we were trying to find the best way because someone left them in a line.
I do remember. Amazing. All right, cool. So, yeah, so we'll pick up then. You've just spent your night, your long rest in Suhan. You get up the next morning. Cedric, you suffer from an insane hangover. I'll get you to roll a d12 for me.
D12. 9.
9. So for the next 9 hours, you are poisoned due to having a hangover. I think everyone else is okay. I don't know if anyone else had got particularly drunk. I think everyone else was fine. So you wake up again with an incredible. Actually, you could subtract your Constitution modifier from that.
It's 0.
Okay, so 9 hours. Okay. Alrighty then. So you all wake up in your respective rooms. The sunlight just burns through your retina, which don't really exist
That are
anymore.
on fire.
Yeah, that are on fire.
That's how hungover he is.
He is so hungover that the sunlight has set his eyes on fire. Well, his eyes
I've
are on
given
fire.
myself a level of exhaustion as well.
Yeah, okay. Beautiful. I think that pretty much is the same thing as being poisoned, so... Well, you could just have the exhaustion instead of the poison condition. That makes sense.
No, I like
You like it, doubling it up? Okay, fair enough.
We've all been there where it's not just a hangover, you're like, you think you're gonna die.
Yeah. And how old are you? Like, if you were a human, how old do you think Cedric would actually be?
Cedric is 65 years old.
65. Still
Like,
still going
Dragonborns
strong.
live as long as humans, so 90
Right.
years. So I'm old, but I'm not like...
Not ancient.
I'm retirement age.
Yeah, you're tired, but you're still adventuring more than you ever have, and drinking more than you ever have, drinking extremely heavily, enough to keep up with dwarves. So yeah, you all get up the next day. You can see like broken bottles in the room. The whole rooms that you're in kind of smell just like musty and just like stale air. The windows need to be opened in here. Grog probably was farting throughout the night as well, which are just letting off just toxic fumes through the room. But eventually you'll get up to start your day. So what would you like to do in this town, if anything?
I would like to get a glass of water.
Okay. Easily done, and you make your way down the stairs. The massive orc that runs the bar kind of has a bit of a... just tilts his head, kind of a little confused, but does just pour you a glass from a big pitcher and pops it down for you. How's it going? How's your head?
I'll just look up at him with my fiery eyes and say it's a bit bright in here, and just go like the darkest corner and just start drinking the water.
I'll find you a dark corner. There you go. You can sit across from this dude. Hello, my name is Michael.
Shh.
You look like shit.
Michael, shh.
Alright.
Thank you.
Just goes back to sipping
just-
his soup.
Just gotta sit there. I won't make conversation with Michael.
That's fair enough. They pick up on the signals quick enough. Eventually, you just kind of get up, finish your soup, kind of bring it back to the counter, and kind of go back up to his room. Seeing the rest of you come out down the stairs. It's quite the motley crew coming down into the tavern. Is there anything anyone wants to do for the morning, or anywhere you want to go in the city?
I want to see the blacksmith to try to upgrade the Yeeter to +2.
Oh, yeah. Sounds pretty good. So you're gonna try head out, look for a blacksmith around the town?
Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone else want to go with Epic, or anyone want to go anywhere else?
Loud plinking noises sounds awful to me, so I'm gonna.
That's fair.
I might try find a wizardy shop.
You would find in the bottom of your pocket, along with a bunch of pocket lint and some kind of bits of broken glass and just a sticky mass inside there is a crinkled up flyer that was given to you last night for a shop known as The Focus, which is meant to make magical candles for wizards.
Sure. I guess I agreed to go there. I don't remember.
That's fair enough. There was someone going around giving flyers. Okay, so you're going to head off to The Focus. Epic, you're heading to the blacksmith. Does anyone want to go anywhere else?
I will head with Cedric. Do I have the crystal, the blue crystal from last night?
You do. You have it's cold to touch, and it glows faintly.
I will hold touch. Okay. Well, I'll show it to Cedric as we're walking to the Focus
Okay.
and see if he knows anything about it.
Alrighty then. Say Grug will go with you. Greg will go with you. Where do you want to go, Joe? Anywhere you want to head?
Not particularly, no.
Okay. You gonna just hang out in the inn, or is there anyone in particular you want to go with?
I suppose I'll check Star Platinum to see is there any
Oh yeah.
jobs.
Fair enough. Alrighty then. I'll get you make a charisma check, or actually investigation. I'll give you an investigation check.
21.
21. Okay, get back to you in a minute. As for Diego and Cedric, so you've given him this crystal.
I will cast Identify.
Okay, nice. You gonna spend 10 minutes? Or you just casting a spell slot, or?
I'll just use a spell slot. I'll cast it.
Okay, so you can take a look at it immediately. This is it's a magical ore of sorts, and it's filled with this kind of strange eldritch energy. How would I describe it? It's the thing that you can connect it to the most is the eyes that you found recently. I'll get you to make an Arcana check actually for this, because it's more of a material than a magical item, but because it is so complicated, and you immediately discover it's not of this world. It's kind of like otherworldly. This
15.
15. Okay, so it's just got this strange corruption inside of it. This as you kind of peer into it as well, you start to realize it's this endless potential. It's just this crystal filled with this energy that could almost be anything you want it to be. It's just wild and crazy. It's hard to pin down exactly what it is, but it's some sort of fuel. Kind of radioactive, nearly.
Okay. I will, after identifying it a bit, I will look to Diego and go, it's a weird rock. Where'd you find it? Do I know where you found it?
On the ground.
Just out in the street last
I
night.
I went out and had a chat with Grug, and it was just. Did it appear in front of me, or was it just on the ground?
I'll get you to make a history check.
Not good at history. Oh, I got a 0.
Okay. You can't remember. You just found it.
I don't know. Is it in my pocket when I woke up?
Okay.
That's cool. Cool, huh?
Yeah, we should be careful. It seems like it could be dangerous.
Ah, sick. I'll just take it back and shove it back in my pocket.
Another thing you could probably pinpoint to this, it's some sort of it's filled with some sort of dunamancy, some sort of space-time, spacey magic, just of another world. And you also get the sense that it is somewhat organic, in the same way like eye crusts or fingernails or something would be. Kind of a similar. It's like a growth. Seems to be somewhat alive. Alright.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
We should ask a blacksmith to have a look at this, or someone who has an idea about what's beyond the sky.
You mean an astrologist, not a blacksmith?
He's very
Are there
hungry.
astrologists in medieval time?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that would be.
Okay.
sure. The ancient Greeks had a pretty
It's true.
decent knowledge of space.
That's true.
Alright, so you're heading to a blacksmith's. So, bear with me. I'm going to go to my notes here. What was I looking at? Okay. Sorry now. Okay, so you were heading to there would be a blacksmith's called the Star Forge that you can start heading to, and as soon as you do get in there, there's this again, same kind of race as everyone in this place. They're kind of, found out the official name is like a Smurf. They're like a dark gnome. So there's this one old dark gnome inside there who is like extremely top heavy. He's got this wild mass of kind of curly white dreadlocky hair that kind of goes up almost like a syndrome style, but more disheveled. He's got tiny little legs, really big upper body, and a huge curling mustaches, also slightly matted and like greasy and covered in soot and everything else. And he's just zipping along from one anvil to the next, like with a massive hammer dragging it along behind him, lifting up, smashing down on swords, and kind of refixing his like little goggles every time they kind of come loose with each hammer. As you do make your way in here, he kind of takes a minute before he actually kind of realizes you're there, as he hops from forge to forge, stoking them, taking out weapons, hammering them, and eventually, after cooling a blade, he lifts up his goggles. You can see now, even his face is quite dark, like kind of like a purpley bluish tone, but as he removes his goggles, it's like you realize that there's a little bit of a lighter patch there where they've been there obviously for a long time. He kind of throws off his apron, moves his way over to you. He's like, "Hello, welcome to the Star Forge. How can I help you? I'm a busy man, don't have all day. What can I do for you?
Hiya. I just want to see if you can make this a +3. I'll just hand him the Yeeter.
A plus
A
3?
bit sharper.
A bit sharp. Grades, going through grades is definitely plus, whatever you say, +2, maybe +1. I can try and throw some.
+2, yeah, I'd have to look it up.
Alright, no problem. You want me to just improve it and infuse it with things? Have you got anything else you want me to throw into it? Doing something like that cost you a penny for materials. We can definitely do it.
No, just +3 for now.
Alright then. No other magical items you want me to throw into the mix? See what we get?
I'm just gonna turn to Grog. Burr? No?
No. Grog just has no idea what's going on. Burr thinks for a moment. He looks at his axe. No. Kind of holds it close to his chest. Alright, okay. Run you about, I'm gonna say... How soon do you want it fixed up by? If you want done
When's
this...
the fastest you can do it?
I can do it today for about 5,000, but if you want to have done it in a couple of days, I can put it down to about 3,000 for you. How's that sound?
Yeah, 3,000 will be fine in a couple of days.
Couple of days? Alright, you can pop by whenever you're ready, and I'll have it for you. He kind of twiddles his mustache. So, beautiful craftsmanship. My goodness. Alright, throw it on the shelf. He kind of just pops it up on one of the anvils. Anything else you want to purchase while you're here? We've got a couple of things in stock that I've been running. What are you looking for anything in particular, or are you just happy with getting the blade fixed up?
Just turn to Burr and Grog again. Do you want anything, or we'll just kind of leave it for now?
I think I'm okay. I'm happy with my blade. Grog's like, I would like to hit something. No. Alright, okay. Get out of my shop. Stop wasting my time then. Just hammering at the other items in stock. I'll get this done for you, I'll say, either tomorrow night or the morning after.
Perfect.
Alright, see you later. Bye bye.
Thank you so much.
Goes by, beep, 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 like slamming all the weapons. Alright, going on to Diego and Cedric, making your way through the streets. Eventually, you come to the shop, following the direction of this place called the Focus. So, this is like a kind of, it's a stone building, simple wooden door, and there's like a little glow of candlelight coming in from the inside, and as you come in, it hits you like all of these different scents and infusions from all these candles, scented candles that are lit throughout this entire place. There's one, looks like a young elven girl, about 4 foot tall, kind of sits up on a high stool behind a desk, has a big kind of pointed wizard hat and a mat of like red curly hair. She's just kind of swiveling there reading a book, and as you come in, the bell kind of rings and she closes the book and says, hello?
Yes, I found a piece of paper in my pocket this morning. It said the name of the shop is.
Okay.
Didn't know what else to do, to be honest. What do you sell? In the shop?
We sell candles for magic users, like concentration candles. So or candles that you can burn, and they have little spells in them. Help you around in little infusions. Magical candles. But we for wizards we sell these concentration candles we can make with your blood, and helps you concentrate on your spells, so you don't have to. It's like another part of you in the candle.
That actually sounds pretty interesting.
We also have other scented candles that can infuse people with different magical properties. that kind of thing. It depends what you're looking for. We got things to make you go faster, things that can just, when you light it, big webs shoot out, a whole bunch of things. Just pretty cool. Anyone can use them. You don't need to be a magic user. You just light the candle and it goes off.
That is okay.
Yeah, so if you want any of those, or you want a blood candle, you know, we need to take some samples of your blood, and it costs about 50 gold pieces per minute of concentration. So if you want a really fucking big candle, like for 10 minutes, it's going to cost you 500 gold, that kind of thing. You get pretty much one use out of a minute for these things.
The one use only, you say?
Well, if you get a big candle, you know, you have like several, you know, liters of your blood in there. It's gonna last a long time.
Liters?
Well, you know, if you want a big candle, you know.
God damn.
What if
Yep.
I were to use
Uh-huh.
one of...
She's there just kind of picking her nose and kind of flicking it.
This is a Gabe question.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
I can't save the picture. An infinite candlestick holder.
Is that an item?
It's a real world item.
Oh,
Oh,
where
so
it melts the candle.
Okay,
I
well,
sent it to the chat.
with this, they would, let me see.
I mean,
I see what you mean.
I will, to this person, I'll minor illusion an infinite candlestick holder. It's like, what if I used one of these? Would it like last longer? Forever?
That's pretty. That's a really. I've never seen one of those before, and I sell a lot of candles. That's a really cool invention. That's like. It's like. You from the future? That's like, you know.
One of our friends has been
beyond
to
your time.
space.
I see. That makes sense. Yeah, you could probably save a couple of charges with that if you were to get something like that made up. But
Okay.
then again, some of the properties are, you know, burnt away magically, so I don't know. Might help you a little
Good
bit.
save.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Well, I'm not in the financial position after last night to be purchasing
Are you
50 gold candles.
Are you okay? Do you need a doctor?
Sh-
He's good He's okay. The eyes are normal. That's fine. He's always like that.
I was just
At least for-
talk about his shaking complexion and the fact that he can barely. It seems like he can barely see or stand.
Look, listen. I've been through a lot.
Maybe he's just old.
Shh,
You just hear like
You know-
a voice call up from upstairs, like, "Cynthia, you giving out to our guests again? You giving out to customers? You call them old again?" She's like, "Shut up, no."
I'm just gonna like turn around and walk out of the shop. Just stand outside, get some fresh air. Just be like, what the
Eagle will just kind of stand there for a second, just like, oh, okay, bye. I guess.
Okay, see you later. Okay. All right.
Then I'll turn to Diego and just be like, I'll go back tomorrow. I don't think I can.
Yeah, you need to sleep this off, maybe for like a week.
Let's go learn about your rock.
Yeah, let's go see what Joe is doing.
Alright, so with Joe, you've been investigating, kind of looking up kind of details, like seeing who needs what done, and you get a request for a blade that can slay demons. They want something that can kill demons and not send them back to the chaos where they came from.
Right.
Or that just does send them back, some banishment blade.
So something like a holy blade or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
They're having a lot of demon issues at the moment.
Right. My religion is +6.
Okay.
So I feel like I'd make an okay one.
Okay.
Uh,
You might need to go to. Give me a religion check to see if you know how you might go about this.
14.
14. You know that, like, typically, like clerics, paladins, that kind of thing, followers of, people of the faith can. You've heard of them being able to bless holy, like water, create holy water, that kind of thing. But they are people who have a very deep connection with deities. So if you could find someone that could help you with that, or you could make a connection with a deity, then you maybe could ask for a
We know
blessing.
someone with a very deep connection to a deity. Not a good deity, but a deity.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
You want to do that?
who's this person we know again?
Me.
Us.
Dear.
Yeah, I'll attempt to like make my own connection.
Okay, you can.
I'm already rich enough to like buy the world. I might as well just become a god as well.
Okay, so you're just gonna start praying, or
Go to a church, throw money at them, and go, let me speak to God.
Pray to the guy from Dr. Stone.
If you tell me how you're gonna go about that, I could try to work something out for you. At this stage, all of you will probably be making your way back to the inn at this stage. I'll leave you to think about it. If you have any ideas.
Yeah, just
Sure. That could be an ongoing project. They are offering 100 platinum pieces for the blade.
okay.
As you do make your way back to the inn, you see this kind of flash of thin blue light for a moment come from off in the distance, and it starts to move its way down through the city in like a fraction of a second. It goes from like this thin pillar of light up in the sky and just slashes down. You see it cut through several buildings, and this red heat begins to boil up from the middle of these buildings, and they all begin exploding. And this continues to happen. A blue like kind of laser shoots up in the air again, spins around. You see a whole bunch of other buildings around this place start blowing up. People start screaming. You see fires kind of break out all around the city. As this single blue laser just keeps spinning. Yeah.
Approximately how long after I woke up did this all occur?
You've been around the city for, let's say, like an hour or so. No, since you woke up, I'll say
Yes.
maybe an hour and a half.
Awesome.
I'll go 2 seconds. So, there we go. Okay. So you are currently that's a lot of typing. So you are currently here, and you watch this laser kind of like start shooting off and blowing up several buildings around the place. So I'm just gonna get some fire.
How's your essay, Craig?
Ferociously typing with his new mic. Just hitting each key with the mic.
Yeah, as I've discovered with the lads that if I turn off noise suppression, I tend to get kicked from calls.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I used to have a very loud keyboard too.
No, but it's not even that. It picks up on everything in my room.
Weird. Actually, oh, the icons have just decided to come back. Actually, that's strange. Okay. But yeah, so several kind of like explosions take place as this blue thin beam start to shoot around the place, and then a few seconds later another explosion goes off. This beam kind of spins around again slowly, and then suddenly strikes back down in another place around the town. People are now screaming, like you see soldiers are starting to fill the streets. People are starting to bring bottles of water, and you see a couple of soldiers pass you by, and they're like, "Oh no, not again, no!" And you would recognize this is something similar to what happened when you first entered this city. The same thing happened to the actual wall itself. It blew up, and then robots started to come out.
Okay.
People started to come out. Yeah.
I like look up, look at the explosions. I look to the guys and be like,
We kind of got
I know, but
you really don't have to.
we could just not for once.
We can buy you some coffee. We'll get going. Can I grab like the closest guard running by me? Like, what the fuck is going on?
It's like, I'm going to roll the dice. Okay, so basically, I think there's been an outbreak in one of the factories. A stray laser has gone off. We're going there to investigate right now. It happened yesterday as well. Very recently, we've had to close down several factories. There's another explosion off in the distance. He's like, "Oh no, I really got to go. I'm sorry." And he runs off down the street.
Okay, I guess we. Okay.
And the Yeeter is in the repair shop.
Yep. And I have disadvantage on all attacks.
Go to the house and have the giant's great axe.
You've got an axe anyway. Okay.
And I'm currently trying to figure out how to communicate with gods.
I'm very busy.
Getting in touch with-
You're just getting like the modem kind of like booting, like connecting signals. All right.
Okay, so let's go.
You can totally ignore it if you
Allons-y.
want. I'll get someone to make me a survival check, see if they can determine where this is coming from.
I am currently not at my desk. So can someone roll that, please?
I'll make a check there.
Okay.
That is a 19.
19, yeah. You follow this laser, you kind of pinpoint it, you follow the explosions, following the people, follow the guards, and eventually you make your way to kind of where the city opens up, this big industrial section of the city. Loads of these giant warehouses all around the place. And again, you see this kind of blue laser just shooting around, spinning, hitting everything. I'll need everyone actually, as you get closer, to make a dexterity saving throw, please. As this blue laser cuts in your direction.
Can I see the? Does an alert apply to this? I can.
Yeah, definitely. I would say so. As you kind of know, this thing is coming. From the barbarians.
Dex, is it?
Yeah, dexterity saving throw.
Probably be playing
Oh,
music.
I got a 21 and a 20.
Oh,
Oh shit, that's
So
dope.
I take the lowest, so that's a 20.
Nice. All right, let me just say this. I'm just gonna open up the next map.
I missed a call.
I'm gonna see this map before I decide on the music. Okay, this is battle.
Yeah, you're in the
John?
big industrial section.
There's John, I'd say.
Let's go, Yeeters. Hope you all here. And here you are. You can see these robots are starting to. Oh, very epic! Nice. You can see loads of these robots are starting to kind of roll out of the factory, and then they stand up, and this kind of blue shield forms around them as they start to load these weapons on their arms, and they start to hum with some sort of arcane energy. Okay, so going around actually very quickly. So Cedric, you got a 20. Joe, what did you got in your deck save?
15.
Okay. Epic? What did Epic get? Okay, we'll come back to you in a minute.
1 second now.
Yeah, no worries. Diego?
28.
28. 28?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I got a. I think I got a 19 and I plus 9.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
Casually
Do
dodge
I see
rolling god. But okay.
this?
You would, yeah. You can roll with advantage.
Okay,
as well.
thank God.
Yeah, no worries.
Because I was like, I got a 1 and then a 21.
Oh no. Yeah, you can.
So thank God I got a fucking advantage.
Okay. So everyone managed to dodge it, except for Grug, unfortunately. Oh no, Grug has advantage as well because he's also barbarian. So I'll roll again.
We're all barbarian.
Yeah, no, all 6 of you just hit the deck as it flies over your head. No one gets hit by the laser. However, as you do kind of come into this area, you do see a couple of guards who are running up behind you get just cut in half. Their bodies kind of roll to the side, cauterized, and then little explosions kind of happen from their torsos that have been cut in half from the place where the laser cut through them. Several of these robots have rolled out. They're kind of arming their gun hands, and I'll get everyone to roll initiative. Okay.
7.
7, beautiful. Okay. 7 for Cedric.
23 for Diego.
23. All right.
4.
4. Okay.
I'm gonna run to the jacks back a second.
Yeah. no
14.
worries. 14. And all right, Grug got a 19, and Burr got a 20. Okay. And then just roll for the ribbits. There's quite a few ribbits. Okay. 5, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Do.
Use the droidica.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Like,
Rolling.
when he said roll down, I'm like, they're either Autobots or Droidicas.
They are Droidica. I have stats from Droidica.
Oh, that's great.
Amazing.
Let me just try to find them again, actually. Where's my monsters? Into the multiverse. Where the heck have I put them? There we go. Okay, amazing. There's my Droidica stats. Alright. So, top of the initiative is Burr. Burr's gonna run out. He's gonna run to straight. Whoa, okay. Or take everyone with him. Cool. He's gonna run over. He's gonna try to go in, slice one of these guys. He's gonna get an attack roll. It's gonna hit, and he's gonna roll damage. So that is 12. That is okay. So he goes around, slices through it. You watch as he kind of just like hits into this force field that's essentially around this creature, and it hits, cracks slightly, and starts to kind of flicker in and out, but he doesn't quite get through. He seems to do damage, but more to the arcane shield around his body. He's then going to. He's got a second attack. Yeah. Going to hit it again. And it's going to hit. And again, he slices in, hits this thing. You see the shield shatter around this thing. It starts like. It gets hit back by the impact, and it starts to crackle with like blue electricity all over its body. And the shield is broken. So that's Burr's turn. Going on then to... Oh wait, sorry, Diego, you had 23. I'm so sorry. What would you like to do?
I will dive in on the one that is. No, I'll dive in the one closest to us.
Okay.
So I'll just like, as I dodge the laser, I'll roll and just come up in front of this robot and start swinging.
Nice. All right, give me an attack roll.
I will do it. Oh wait, no, I'm not raging. Yeah, I'll just normal. That is a 23 to hit.
23 hits, absolutely. Hit this kind of force barrier, start to push through it.
12 damage.
12 damage, alright. And it's kind of cracks again and starts to flicker, but doesn't seem to be completely destroyed.
Beautiful. That is a 17.
Just hits, yeah. You kind of hit the impact, you kind of push through and try to break through this this barrier.
Another 11 damage.
11 damage, and with that you watch as the barrier shatters completely, breaks, and this thing is kind of exposed now.
Beautiful. Then I will just fucking punch him in the face.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
24 to hit.
That absolutely hits.
10 damage.
10 damage. Alrighty then. That you kind of...
I will get a con save. Por favor.
Oh yeah, fuck, you can do that to robots. Okay.
You can.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like grab a handful of wires and just like pull them out.
They got a 10 altogether.
He's stunned.
He's stunned. Well, beautiful. Okay, so put an S by him. He's stunned, so you just grab a bunch of wires, rip it out, and his eyes start to flicker, and just starts to like spasm, shake all around the place. One of his arms just keeps going up and down, and it doesn't know what to do for this round. Nice.
I will use and then I'll just use flurry of blows for one final attack.
Okay, go for it.
Back.
You do have advantage.
That's a nat 20.
Oh shit! Nice.
But it's only an unarmed strike, so it's only 14 damage.
14 damage is a lot. Okay, so with that, it you just crash straight along what could be called its face, break its eyes off its face. The whole face just kind of shatters off to the side as you punch through the metal. You get the sense that these things are not as tough as the things that you fought at the entrance to the place. They're kind of a cheaper model. But nice. Alright. That's your turn?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna chill there and just be like shaking oil and like metal off my hands.
Little bits of metal in your knuckles. Nice. Alright. Krog's gonna move over, look at you, he's like, I'll help you out, friend! And he brings up his hands and just smashes them down straight on top of this creature. It's a natural one. The creature just kind of falls off to the side. He hits the rock and a bunch of like rubble flies up into his face and dust, and he's just, I can't see! And he's just gonna swing blindly at the creature again.
He has advantage because it's done.
Oh, true. Okay, well, he rolled a 2 on the second roll. So, unfortunately, not blinded though by the dust, kind of shakes his head, turns around, grabs its face, and is going to try to punch it again. So he does have advantage, so that definitely hits. That's a 19. And he's going to roll for damage. Nice, and with that, he just kind of brings his fist all the way down through its body and just destroys all of this creature.
I'm happy for him. Grog was feeling a bit emasculated from
Yeah,
that.
he was. He's like, finally! Ah! He just starts throwing bits of scrap metal around the place. Okay, that is that. Right, so now we've got robot number 7. He's going to roll out. Yeah, they're going to start rolling out the building. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Kind of starts rolling around, fixes itself back up. Shield comes around its body, and it's going to start. Actually, it doesn't even need to get close. It's going to stay here, and it's going to start shooting at Burr. So that's gonna first attack's gonna miss. 13. Next one hits, and gonna roll for damage. Okay. That is 15, 20. 27 lightning damage as it fires off, hits Burr. So it's minus 27 to Burr. You see it just kind of burn off his flesh, and it only has. Oh no, it's got a second attack then. So it's going to do that. It's going to fire again. It's going to. Oh no, sorry, no, I used the wrong one there. That was its charge attack. Never mind. So when it aims at Burr, you see one of its arms start to charge up, kind of extend and open up, and it just fires off this massive blast of electric energy at Burr. Hits his arm, and that's its turn. Now go to this one up here. It's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it's gonna take aim at roll dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4. It's gonna hit Grog. It's gonna do the same thing. You see its arm kind of charge up, fires off this blast. It's gonna hit Grog, and does 20 damage to Grog as it hits him on the shoulder. Grog falls forwards, but he's okay. I'm fine. It's just a tickle.
Fucking nothing, Grog.
It's nothing. It's so nothing. Just cracks his neck. All right, it's Joe's turn. What do you want to do?
I'll channel my best inner Danny DeVito and just start blasting some lightning launchers at him.
Danny DeVito. Nice. All right, who do you want to hit?
The one like directly in front of me.
Okay. This one over here?
Yeah.
All right. Give me an attack roll.
Okay. 24.
24 hits. Absolutely.
$11 lightning damage.
11 lightning damage. You watch as the shield on its around its body just completely explodes. It just gets overcharged with electrical energy, and the shield completely disperses. It seems to be incredibly effective against these things.
Yeah. And I suppose I'll fire then the next one at the one next to it to dissipate its shield.
Okay. Yeah. Give me another attack.
21.
21 absolutely hits as you fire off the next lightning launcher. Roll for the damage.
10 damage.
10 damage is enough to just overcharge the shield and completely disperse it. And now this one and this one have no shields currently. Anything else you'd like to do?
That's my turn.
Okay, cool, boom. Alright, so going from there, there's one other droidica that's going to move down. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to stay there. It's going to fire at a random person. It's going to go for Diego. Actually, would it even be able to hit Diego from that angle? It's going to go... Yeah, it's gonna yeah, just about hit you. So it's gonna make an attack roll. It's gonna make 2 attack rolls this time. So just one hand after the other fires off the lasers. The first one, it's a natural 1. Just kind of goes like flying off to the side. A bunch of rubble kind of like collapses down from a building near you. The next one is gonna be 24 to hit. And that is going to be 12 lightning damage.
That's not too bad.
Kind of fires off, hits your shoulder. That's its turn. And I think I think because everyone else is going to roll pretty low, the other ones are all going to go. So it's going to he's going to go around here, come around, and it's going to fire at Grug. Okay. Take an attack. It's going to do 2 attacks this time. So first one hits, next one is 16. That just hits. So I'm gonna roll here, and that's 10, 17, 20, 26 damage to Grog. Okay, so it's fine. He's just kind of getting like pummeled in the back, just like this is no problem. It's perfectly okay. As this thing just keeps lasering at him. The one here that was in front of Burr, you watch as at the start of its turn, the bubble around its body just reforms as it gets back its shield. And it's going to fire at Burr. It's going to be disadvantaged because it's close combat. Actually, it's going to roll back, and Burr's going to get an opportunity attack against it. So Burr is going to hit it, and Burr does. Alright. Burr just completely destroys the shield. It rolls backwards, and it's going to fire at Burr. So it's going to hit Burr, and it's going to deal. It's the first attack. It's going to deal 11, and then second attack also hits. And that's another. That's 17 altogether to Burr. Okay. 40. Okay. Just double check Burr's health actually. I think he's okay, but just find him here. But that is all the droids' turns. So we go now to Cedric. What would you like to do?
They all seem pretty tightly close together there.
Oh fuck!
You thought he would have learned by now.
It's well.
Yeah.
I feel like
They might be immune to fire. Who knows? Let's go for a 5th level fireball.
Amazing. All right.
Cedric's just like, I want this over quick.
Yeah. I'll come back to. Oh, there's Burr. He's fine on health. Okay, so what's the radius on fireball is again? Is like 40.
20 feet.
20 feet. Oh,
20
wow.
foot.
Radius?
20 foot radius. Yeah.
Wow. Forget how powerful the old fireball is. It's been a while though. You haven't been able to use it in quite some time, so I feel like.
What can I ask? Can I like? What is that explosion? Like the cannon in the back? Is that like?
Back here.
Yeah.
The fire is it? Are you talking about?
No, the big.
Oh, that's the thing that's shooting the lasers off every now and again. It's spinning around and.
I'll try and keep that in the range of the fireball.
Okay.
So maybe move it down. Like
you can get all these
looks
guys. Oh my god. Okay.
Let's get dex saves, please.
Okay, so the machine automatically fails because it's stationary. Well, it's kind of spinning around, but it's. You know what? I don't think I have stats for it. No, it's a construct. It's not gonna. Yeah. So the other things are gonna all make dex saves though. Okay, so let's see here. Starting from left to right. Left one got a 2 plus 4, that's 6. Next one got an 8. Top one got a natural 1. Another natural 1. And a 9. They all fail. Everything there fails. Absolutely. How unfortunate.
Let's. Yes. Yes. We will have 10d6, 40 fire damage to everything.
40 fire damage to everything. Okay, so.
Yeah.
I think it was this one, and this one had no shields. This one also had the shield destroyed by Burr, so that is also destroyed. 40 what fire damage?
40 fire damage.
40, okay. Yeah, okay. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, and then these ones that still have their shields up, the shield instead is destroyed and seems to take all of the excess damage. So they are unharmed, but the shields explode off their bodies.
I'll peek over Grug, just around him, just look at them with like their shields gone, but they're perfect, and just kind of put my hand in my put my head in my hand and go, it's never that easy, is it?
That was. He's just looking at everything that's just turned to ash and just turned to like molten metal all around. Part of the machine here now is kind of slouched to the side as well, half melted, and is just still spinning, but like flicking little bits of molten metal around the place as well. He's like, "You did that? Why are you? I forgot you could do this."
Grug,
Yeah.
shh.
Right. I fight. This goes marching over. It's just like right up to your ear, just shouting in it. Okay, is there anything else Cedric would like to do?
I'll pull out Rodgil,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll just have it like drooping by my side. I'm not gonna hit it, just like hang it in there.
It's very Rick of you. All right.
Yeah.
Epic, it's your turn.
Oh, it's gonna run up and just smack.
These things.
Yeah.
All right. They are shieldless, so you can go in for your swing.
Yeah. Rotate the one directly in front of me.
All right.
A 24.
That hits. Yep, absolutely.
And 11 damage.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of just cleave like straight down its body, kind of tear through all the circuitry. It's still standing, just doesn't look great, but just kind of looks down at the big wound in its chest, gives a little sigh.
And I'll swing again.
Mm-hmm.
A 19.
19 hits, yeah, absolutely. Again, cross it the other way.
Yeah. $13 damage.
Okay, this thing is on its last legs. Absolutely, you can just see as you cleave across the thing, its head is like barely hanging on, just with a bunch of wires, and it's looking a little like a sad puppet on strings, with all the strings kind of falling out of its body, and the wires and circuitry flickering all around its disheveled body. Still standing though.
We use accent search
Okay, all right.
to swing at it again.
Alright. It's just like looking at itself. Just I am still alive. Oh my god! And it's
17.
that just hits. Yeah, you beat it.
$7 damage.
It had 6 health left, and with that, how do you want to finish this thing off?
Probably just eat it off, yeah.
Just eat off the remainder of its head, and the lower torso explodes. And you see the other robot look up at you. Oh no. Is that your turn? Did you get any more attacks?
I'm just gonna punch it.
Okay, alright. Give me an attack roll.
A 26.
26, absolutely. You just smash its eye right off its face.
For 6 damage.
6 damage, damn. That's kind of nuts. Alright, nice. Yeah, you just punch it straight across the face. And it shakes its head a bit. Its shield is trying to reform. And, nice. Alrighty then. Top of the round then. This laser is going to make another quick rapid spin slicing towards all of you. I need everyone to make dexterity saving throws.
With advantage if we have alert. I
Yep.
assume.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Dex
next thing.
saves.
Dex saves. Wee-oo.
12.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Same.
Okay. Alright. And I'll roll for Grug. Grug passes. And Burr. No! Burr does not pass! Okay. And Diego, what did you get?
22.
22. Okay, that's a pass. So everyone's fine except Cedric and Burr. You take some laser damage, some lightning damage. I'm just going to go for it. 17, 24, 35, 39, 43, 17. You take 79 lightning damage.
Everyone?
No, just Cedric and Burr. Burr, as this thing cuts straight through him, he collapses to the side. He is unconscious.
I am very, very, very unconscious.
Okay. I will
You're not
also. I will get you to roll a on the injuries table for me. So I need you to roll a d20 for me.
3.
Okay.
I had 46 max HP.
You watch as Cedric and everyone goes down. Cedric, you're a little too slow. You kind of fall down to the side, as does Burr. And the pair of your legs, one of your legs and one of Burr's legs, is sliced clean off. As the blood just starts gushing out of your... It would be cauterized, but the sheer shock and pain that goes through your whole body, you land completely unconscious on the ground, bleeding out. Missing a leg, as is Burr. He is also missing a leg. You both rolled a 3, which is lose a leg. It's all going so well.
Yeah.
0 to 100 instantly.
I was 13 points off just dying instantly.
Oh fuck! Okay.
What did he get again?
79 damage, I have 46 health.
On the save.
On the save, I got 13. No, it's fine. I want to have one leg. It's cool. I have plans for my one leg.
Okay.
Well, all it's going to be more machine than man at this point.
Diego, it is your turn.
Fuck. Diego is just gonna. Fuck. We gotta stop the laser, don't we? Okay, yeah. Diego is just going to enter rage. And
Just go insane. Okay.
and he's going to try to. Can I look at the laser and see, like, is there what would be like? Is it like practical to just try to like grab it and try to stop it spinning, or would it be better off like smashing it?
Give me an intelligence check.
Oh, Diego ain't smart. 4.
It's up to you. You kind of see yourself. It's slightly some of the thing now which had molten metal. Part of it has cooled, and now it seems to be dilapidated. There was a little flicker in the energy source at the top of the thing, but it's still spinning just from the momentum of the actual laser itself. It's just kind of propelling itself like a hose being left on the max. It's just kind of flicking all around the place. You could try to stop it, but that thing probably weighs a few tons.
Okay, I'm just going to shove my glaive into whatever looks important. Either a gear or like if there's gears turning it, I'm just gonna like try shove it into the gears so that it stops spinning around and just put it into one direction.
Okay, I'll get you to make a strength check for me.
Oh, do I get a advantage 'cause I'm raging? I should do.
Yep, you
do. Phenomenal. That is a 22.
Okay, so with that, you wedge your glaive into what seems like a kind of like a control panel. There's lots of switches and wires and everything else. You just shove your glaive in there. Electrical sparks fly out all around the place. I need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Cool. Constitution save. Flat 10.
That 10? You take 2 points of lightning damage. As it just like, it kind of like shocks your hands a little bit as you stab it into the thing. But, yeah.
How much damage, sorry?
2 points.
Oh, just 2.
Yeah.
Ruby?
Okay. Anything else you want to do? That would be your action. You're kind of just shoving in there, kind of rummaging it around, like trying to like take it apart in whatever way you can.
How's it looking? Is it like stopped moving? Is it
it's flickering. It starts flickering for a moment. You seem to have done a little bit of smokes coming out of it. It's hard to tell. You're not really a computer-y guy, but you're doing something to it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna chill there and like yeah.
Okay.
I guess that's my action. Yeah. I don't think I have any good bonus. Well, yeah, my bonus action is rage. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So, that is Diego. We then go to Burr, who is going to roll a death saving throw. That's going to be 1 success. Okay. So that is Burr's turn. Then we go to Joe. Oh no, Grug first. Sorry, Grug is going to. Okay. I'm going to break this thing, and he's going to run over and just punch this thing. He's also going to go into rage, seeing that everyone just went down there. He's going to reckless attack this thing. It's going to just hit, and he's going to roll some damage. That's going to be... Okay. This thing is barely alive. He's going to punch it one more time. And that's going to be just enough. It's going to be 17. And with that, he is going to just like bring his hands into the creature and just rip it into 2 pieces. It's going to turn into scrap metal all around the place. And he just looks at you. He's like, "Go! Do something! Stop the laser!" And that is his turn. It's Joe's turn.
Okay. I'll go up to the laser.
Alright. How much speed do you have?
I'll attach myself to it with my magnetic ball that's on my belt.
Okay.
And I'll open her up and see what's powering it and see if I can stop it.
Okay. What's your movement speed?
35.
Okay, cool. So you can get right up around here. Okay, so you're gonna pull the thing, open up the front of it. Give me an investigation check. This would be an action to do. This is basically trying to figure out what's inside there, what can do what.
18.
18. All right. Okay. Kind of look around, and you have to spend like a while in here. It's constantly moving, and you're kind of grabbing onto it now. As it's spinning
well, since I'm attached to it, I'm spinning with it.
Yeah, exactly. You're spinning around the whole place. You're not going to be thrown off. I'm going to say you're fine. At the moment, as it does continue to spin, we might get you to make some con saves, see if you throw up or not. But you're kind of looking at, trying to focus around, see what's inside, and you're getting a good sense of what this is, and how you might be able to start taking it apart. So what I'm essentially doing at the moment is you're doing a bunch of skill challenges. If you get a X amount of successes before a certain amount of fails, you're all good. So at the moment, this is a part of you now trying to figure it out. You're kind of looking at the layout, and that's going to be your turn to figure that out. Unless you have any... Oh, let's say it's bonus action to rip it open, hop on top of it. Okay, so you figured out kind of the layout of it, and you're going to start taking it apart next turn. Okay. Okay, we're going to go to... Oh, that robot is dead. So we'll get... Cedric, I'll get you to make a death save.
10.
That's a fail, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, so with that you start to slowly slip into darkness, and you hear the kind of very faint sound of laughter in the distance. Kind of like you're underwater, you can hear the laughter of children and people having fun. Okay, so we're going to go now to Ebic. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna rage.
All the barbarians are starting to rage, just ripping off all their tops.
Gonna charge the laser and try to stop it.
Okay, cool. So you can get right up to there. What are you going to do to try to stop this laser?
Stop it from moving.
Okay, so you're going to just try to hold it in place, basically. Okay. I'll get you to make a strength check. It's going to be a contested strength check against this thing.
Come on, high roll. Hey, 21.
You grab hold of this, and it does. You're not completely stopping it, but it is starting to slow. The momentum is becoming less and less. You're kind of moving with it. Your feet are kind of digging into the ground. Rock and tiles are starting to shoot up under your feet, but this like several ton thing is being slowed somewhat by you. Damn. Okay. So with that, I'm gonna get everyone to roll a dexterity saving throw, but the DC is lowered. Ebic and everyone can make it. Sorry, let me see here. How do I roll this? You're stuck to the machine, so I'll get you instead to make a Constitution saving throw for yourself, Joe. Diego and Evic, you can make it with advantage, as you're not getting hit by the laser, but you're going to get hit by the massive machine that's swinging around. So you can make the dex save with it. Well, you have advantage anyway, but...
I got a 17.
I have a question. Do
Yes.
I have to make a dex save? Or do I just fail automatically?
I don't know if it's going to... I'm going to say... I'll get
Well,
you to
he's
roll...
lying on the ground.
Yeah, I'm going to see if it hits you or not. I'm going to get you to roll a d20 for me.
16.
I was going to say if it was any... Yeah, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. If it was like a 5 or lower, you get hit again. Burr rolled a 6. So Burr, it just kind of like grazes, like cuts off a few of the twigs at the top of his hair, and then spins up and nearly hits you. Grug is... It's going to get Grug, actually, what is his save for dexterity saving throws? Let's check that out. Dex save. Oh, he only has a +1. Okay, Grug gets hit. What did Diego and Epic get?
19 for Diego.
Okay. And Epic?
A 19.
Okay, so both of you are fine. You're kind of managed. You don't actually. You kind of just roll with the punch basically as this thing continues to spin. Grug, on the other hand, takes. Just gonna go the average here instead of rolling a bunch of dice. So that's gonna be 72 points that Grug takes. Okay, so that is. Oh, how much health does Grug have? Okay, he's on 9 health. I am okay. Just this thing just slices right across his chest, creating like a massive gash in the center of his chest. He kind of falls down onto his back and bounces back up again, starting running towards you. Okay, it's top of the round, Diego. What are you doing? Oh no, the laser just went. So Diego, yeah. What do you want to do?
Yeah. Diego is going to fucking curse under his breath and then fly towards Cedric and start doing I'll use a healer's kit charge
Okay.
to start doing fucking chest
Alright.
compressions.
Perfect. So,
Or I guess
you get to. I think you just
like
Maybe not chest compression. She'll end up.
Yeah.
Work out.
yeah, I'll tourniquet his leg.
Okay. Do you have to roll anything for a healer's kit? I can't remember. I don't. Think so.
I think it's basically spare the dying.
Okay. Yeah. No.
charges,
Perfect.
so
Yeah. Yeah. No. Absolutely. So you've stabilized Cedric. You've kind of managed to. You kind of realizing his heart has gone into like a bit of a spasm. So you're just kind of like fixing out his heart. You kind of put a couple of like these little electrical plants at this size of his neck, and it kind of causes his heart to start beating properly again. Okay, so Cedric, you are now stabilized. Is there anything else Diego wants to do, or is that your turn?
No, that is the end of my turn, and yeah, I guess I'll just stay there, and if it looks like the laser is going to hit Cedric, I'm just going to shield his body with my body.
Okay, wow, alright. Fair enough.
So I'm just gonna...
You got it. Okay, it's cool. Burr is gonna make another death save. That's another success. It's pretty good. Burr's doing okay. Alright, so Grog, my turn. He's just going to run full force. He's gonna see you trying to slow this thing. He's also just gonna try to help you in that. He's gonna try to like slow this thing. He's gonna make a strength check. Advantage against this thing. Okay. It's alright. So with that, he's starting to like slow this thing as well, somewhat. Between the two of you, this thing is now occasionally kind of moving quite quickly, but you manage to kind of like lift it away from the majority of your friends, so it should hopefully not hit anyone. Okay, it's now on to Joe's turn.
Okay. I'm looking inside the machine.
Okay. And so, what do you want to... You're just going to try to take it apart. So, I'll get you to make a... Same check you would use for your tinkering, basically, for crafting stuff. So, using your tinkerer's tools.
And then I add that. 34.
Okay, so with that, Grug and Epic, you managed to pull this laser up, so it's like pointing up into the sky, and then you start to rummage around the tools. It starts to like, you see kind of breaking apart at the seams now, almost like energy is kind of starting to surge from every part of this machine. It's going to detonate any second, and in no more than like 3 or 4 seconds, Joe, you managed to take apart a few of the wires, disconnect the main power core, and the entire thing shuts down. And that was the...
I'm gonna keep
final
the
success.
power core.
Okay, yeah, sure thing. Give me... Actually, no, with your super high perception to see this anyway. As you do take out the power core that's kind of starting to power down, it's this crystal, but you can see it is cracked, and it has another kind of like it's this green sphere, this green crystal sphere, which is cracked and has this shard of some sort of blue gem sticking in to the side of it.
Okay. That's fine.
All right, cool. So you hop down. Yeah, you've got this massive kind of core of energy with this kind of blue shard coming out of it. You see these kind of blue cracks as well running from that thing, almost like it's kind of slowly taking over the green orb itself. But yeah, you managed to come away, shut down this thing. Diego, you've stabilized Cedric, and I can say if you want, you can get over to Burr in time if you want to use a charge, or we can have
Oh
both
yeah.
roll. Okay, cool.
I'll
Okay, just to be
risk it.
safe. So
I'm not gonna like cheap out of her.
he seems to be doing alright. You'll get there. So yeah, you go over to Burr again, stabilize him, and eventually, both Burr and Cedric, you come to consciousness as the others return from the machine, and look down.
I'm gonna grab both their legs and see if we can go to get like a hospital to get them reattached, maybe.
Okay. Cool. So you've got one dragonborn leg, boot and everything still attached, and Burr's wooden leg in both your hands.
On the way to wherever, I'll start drawing up blueprints for prosthetic legs.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Can do that, no problem.
Sure, you can put them on ice, boss, because you can just like
Yeah, I'll just be like
Ice.
using chill touch
Nice.
constantly.
Keeping them cold with the ring. Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, they are both completely cauterized, but we can see what they can do in a hospital as you start to make your way to one. All right.
I've regained consciousness, right?
You're just coming to now as your friends are kind of starting to carry you through the streets, and you look down and you do see that you're now missing a leg. Your right leg.
I look at whoever's carrying me and go, I didn't think I could feel worse
Oh no.
than earlier. And then just close my eyes. Look at just so tired.
I would say you can walk it off, but
Oh,
I
man.
like have a little smile as Diego says that. Close my eyes.
Oh no. Okay. Alrighty then. So I'll say you can start making your way through the city. There's a couple of infirmaries kind of in this city, both of which are incredibly packed. As there's like loads of people coming around, you can see that people have been like parts of their bodies have been crushed under buildings. They're trying to bring back like half conscious, half dead, like just loads of horrible wounds coming in and out on stretchers. People have lost limbs from lasers as well. There's other people who have just been stoned from buildings coming down on top of them, severe burns. Loads of people are trying to get into this place, and you can, if you want, wait throughout the day to be seen eventually. And they are trying to, there's guards now as well trying to organize people to be like, all right, okay, we need a orderly queue. They're going around like trying to go from like severe injuries, like people dying, to then like still severe but they might survive, then to lesser wounds, and you're kind of being filed up, and you kind of get put in the middle one where you're not dying, you seem to be okay, but you're less of a waiting list. And this you kind of reckon, or as they kind of inform you how things are going, that you might be here for about 4 hours or so if you wanna wait.
Can I grab a guard and be like, why the fuck do you have big lasers in all your factories?
Well, you see, we are the number one weapons manufacturer in Gostar, and with the war going on, we have been increasing our lasers creation for the war.
You make lasers, or they're used in the factories?
We make the lasers for war, but also sometimes, yes, I'm going to make a check, see if I know. Yeah, the lasers are sometimes used for smelting down very powerful ores and materials as well that cannot be melted down by just simple forges. So we use that for that kind of thing too, and but also sell for weapons.
Why are they plugged in? Why are they powered? You don't, obviously you don't make the lasers. I'm not gonna.
Well,
I'm very mad at the moment. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I think that the lasers are, you know, they are put on with a switch, but we have a feeling that maybe someone or a group has infiltrated the city, probably working for the Fire Queen, and we think they are trying to sabotage our weapons. We feel like there is some sort of rebel group taking on our facilities. I don't really know, but it's under investigation. We brought in a detective who is investigating the situation at the moment.
Okay, that this would explain a lot. Thank you. You're doing a great job.
I'm extremely stressed. I'm sorry for your losses of legs, but I will.
Oh, we didn't lose them. They're right here.
Oh, good. Maybe they can do something. I don't know, but because I am not a doctor, but maybe, maybe they can. Who knows? The miracles of magic and science. Okay, goodbye.
Good one. What a nice guy. Oh.
You can see everyone's kind of crowding around. He goes back and gets swallowed up by another crowd of like crying mothers, like bringing their children who have been crushed and stuff. He's like, "Oh, jeez, he has really lost a lot of blood. Okay, come this way." And he starts to bring out more people like throughout the crowd and tries to comfort as many people as he can.
I mean, can Diego just keep himself busy doing like first aid where he can?
Yeah, absolutely. You can start going around to people, tending to whoever is kind of dying and stabilizing them out. People see you, just start thank you profusely, try to give you their jewelry or any kind of belongings that they have. If you want to accept anything, but
oh no, absolutely fucking not. Keep them for yourselves, Jesus.
It's just like wailing mothers. So much. And they're just grabbing you, kind of like kissing you, pulling you, and other people are trying to drag you. You're now immediately being swallowed up by the crowd as well, as people drag you from one place to the other, and you start to use up charges from your kit, stabilizing people. Okay.
Will I erase some charges?
Yeah, we can. I will say, you use it's. Yeah, in the several hours that you're here, I'll say you can use 4 of these charges. You get around to about 4 people. Most of the time, you're being kind of dragged from one place to the other, and yeah. Okay.
That is.
Alrighty then. I'm just trying to find a character here.
Butler looks a bit interesting.
Right. So, as this is all going on, and eventually you're close to being seen, you can see this one guy in a trench coat. He's kind of a short man, about 5 foot tall, maybe a little bit more. He's got a trench coat, kind of grey hair, big handlebar, grey mustache, and he's lighting up a pipe, kind of taking this all in. And he's like, "My God, this place is an absolute shit show. Alright." He kind of moves his way over to the rest of you, and he says, "You lot over here, you only been in town recently, yes? You were over by the factory, and again when the outbreak happened in the walls. What purposes do you have here in the city?"
Am I conscious? Like, am I there?
Yeah, you're kind of in and out of consciousness. Everything's kind of like blurry.
If hearing that, I'll be like, "We were looking for my leg."
"Well, buddy, I think you found it right there. Your pal there with the strong arms and the shirtless body. He seems to be keeping them nice and cold for you.
That's Burr's man. Shush.
Burr just kind of gives like a faint, like tired thumbs up and gives Epic a pat. It's like, you're my man. You're my man. Goes out of consciousness again.
Sleep, buddy. Sleep, buddy.
You see the light kind of flickering in and out of his kind of what used to be kind of fireflies are now just kind of blue arcane sparks coming out the top of his head. Alright, I know these people are no good. Now, man, thank you for your time. I'll see you later. And he goes off.
I don't trust Mr. Detective Man.
Eventually, you are seen, and you see inside a dark-skinned dwarf man with kind of like a tuft of pink, cloudy-like hair, and almost like a beard that's made out of candy floss inside. Big smile on him, big strong arms, but a little bit of a dad bod, a little bit of a beer belly on him. He's kind of going around. He's covered in blood. Has what was probably a white apron at one stage, and kind of like white gloves, or kind of like leather gloves, are just absolutely smothered in blood as he kind of like moves out another customer. He's like, okay, all right, that's great. Okay, thank you very much. Next in, please. And then you all kind of come inside, and you see his eyes just light up and this massive grin.
I'm just gonna drop the legs and just fucking run at him.
He's just like, oh jeez, what up, Epic? He just runs over, grabs, just kind of grabs you into like a arm wrestle, kind of just a massive arms just grabbing you, not really sure how to hug you, and just kind of like grabbing your face, moving your hair out of your eyes, and just kind of giving you like loads of kisses, loads of nuggies, and just like eventually brings you at arm's length. It's like, oh my god, this is sorry, your friends, they need helping, yeah?
Oh shit, yeah, the legs.
Okay. The legs again. What we got here? He just starts to roll up his sleeves as your friends are kind of brought in by Grug and Diego and Joe. He's like, okay, we need to crack open a few regeneration flasks. No problem. I got this. And he kind of brings out like a large book that's covered in like stickers of different smiley faces all over it. It seems to be like some sort of paper of smiley faces that he's now kind of plastered onto the book. Opens it up, and you see all the lettering inside starts to glow golden. He's like, okay, we're gonna see if we can do this with a simple restoration, possibly, but then if that doesn't work, we're gonna have to maybe move into some regeneration. You might get some strange leg. It's always a bit kind of funny how this works out, but we'll try our best to. I'm running a little low, but maybe. And he kind of like kisses this smiley face charm on his necklace, kind of gives it a kiss, kind of looks up to the sky. He's like, my deity's pretty happy today, so hoping to save as many lives as we can. Okay, bring him up here on the table, and kind of lifts all of both yourself and Burr up on the table. He kind of grabs Burr's leg and kind of puts it to Cedric's leg, and he's like, throws it to the side, brings your own leg, and he puts it to I'm just busy, hectic morning. Pops your leg towards your other leg. He's like, now do you feel anything?
No.
Okay. It seems all your nerves have been completely cauterized. Alright, let's try this. We'll try this first. He kind of brings his hands over, kind of removes the gloves, and starts to now massage both your severed leg and stub together. Starts to kind of roll them together and squeeze and massage them. You see this gold light start to form where they start to join. He brings out a needle then, and from his belt, and as he brings it away from his belt, there's this gold thread still attached to the needle, and he begins to now sew the leg onto the stump. He's like, okay, if you're feeling a lot of intense pain, my boy Ebbet, you're gonna grab some of that milk of the poppy over there. If you want any of that stuff, let me know. I'll get you to make a Constitution saving throw, Cedric, as he is going to try to magically sew your leg back onto your...
11.
You pass out. Okay. He's like, okay, we're losing him. He starts slapping your cheeks. He's like, I'll try to work quickly. And he just starts to very quickly just sew this gold stitching in your leg. I need you now to roll a... charisma saving throw to try and see if you can will your leg back onto your body. This is your strength of character and your ownership over this leg, if you want to keep it or not.
11.
Okay. So it's struggling. He's like, oh, come on. All right. We're going to get back to that. We're going to leave it simmer for a little bit, but we'll go over to this guy here. Luckily, he's made of wood.
I'm gonna splash him, look at the poppy on Cedric's face.
Oh no!
Don't know how it works.
Jesus, Eric!
I guess I'm very unconscious if I'm after getting milk of the poppy splashed all over me.
You just fall into this like deep sleep, and you find yourself.
This is always Dopey's thing.
I thought you were more dopey than dopey. What happened to you? Just gives you like, grabs you by the collar and just like he's gonna like slap you across the cheek. He's like, it's fine, it's your friend, whatever. I'm sure he's fine. Gives him like a poke. There's like no movement. Slaps Cedric, no movement. Eventually, he just kind of like sticks the needle slowly into your thigh. Yeah, okay, he's gonna be out for quite some time. Oh, okay, that was funny. Okay, back over here. Swings around to Burr. Alright, we're gonna see what we can do here with this guy. He starts to grab stick his hand into like a pot of what looks like honey or sap and starts to massage it around the leg and tries to like move it back in. It starts to glow slightly and little bits of sparks come away, and he's like, oh jeez, okay, I'm running a bit dry here. It kind of shakes his hands off. It's all down to this guy if he wants to reattach, and I'll get someone to roll a d20 for Burr here.
I'll do it. A 17.
17 is enough. As you watch the roots, the kind of blue roots of his leg start to grab the other leg and pull it back onto that one. This blue light starts to form around where the two things have separated, and they do slowly start to stitch back together. He's like, okay, that's going to take some time. He's not going to be able to walk much on it. If he starts running around the place, that thing's going to come loose again, but he should be fine for now. He just needs a lot of rest.
Look at the puppy.
No! You see Burr's kind of waking up. He sees his legs stitching back together. You throw it at his face, and you see his head just flies back. White froth starts to foam up from his mouth as he starts to just convulse on the table. He just looks at you again, like, oh my god! He just shakes you. Epic. Somebody take this guy out. It's really not to see Epic, but you are messing everything up. Okay, that was all the milk of the puppy that I had. No painkillers for anyone else coming in. Okay. Both your friends are going to be out for, I'm going to say, at least 6 hours. They're going to be a little drowsy when they wake up, but just take them somewhere safe. Hopefully no more lasers go shooting around the place. If they ever will meet back up, maybe in a couple of days when I'm done with here, but I've got to move everyone out, in and out as quickly as possible, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay, alright.
I was gonna hug him and then, like, pick up Burr and then walk out.
He's gotta just grab you, lift you up, like squeeze you as close as he can, drop you back down again. He's like, okay. He kind of calls out to some of the guards, like, can you someone try and give me some more milk of the poppy, please? We're fresh out. And the guards are like, what the fuck? carry on. As he brings in more people and just gives you another wave. He's like, I'm so sorry. It's just kind of like trying to mime to you that like there's just too many people, but he's going to be there if you need him.
He's gonna nod and walk out.
Alright. So.
Is this the Papers, Please soundtrack? I'm sorry, it's just...
Very similar. I can switch it over if it's a bit monotonous.
Okay, that's fine. I actually like this. It's just it sounded so much like Papers, Please.
It's similar. It's just what's it actually called? I don't know. It's not Papers, Please though. Papers, Please is a bit more intense. It's just steampunk ambience.
Nice.
Ah.
Alright. So
So that was my brother Happy.
That was Happy?
Kind of assumed it was Doc.
So did I.
No, Dopey's someone else. Don't worry about it.
Alright. How's the leg feeling? I guess both of you.
you see, they're still.
Oh, I'm still very unconscious.
Oh yeah,
They're so
they're
fucking-
gonna be gone
they're out of it.
for a long time. But you do
Okay,
watch
let's-
as little gold threads are trying to stitch Ebik's leg back together, and the same is happening with Burr's kind of like glowing blue tendrils of branches are trying to reattach themselves to the leg. There's gonna be a few rolls to see if these things do reattach, but if they're put under too much strain as well, the next while they may detach again. But for now, where does everyone want to go?
Bed.
Bed.
Yeah, back to the inn.
Fair enough. You just got out.
This town is cursed.
Alright, so back to the inn.
I'm gonna ask Joe for like $5,000 to get the Yeeter, like straight off. See if I can just bulk rush it now.
What?
Yeah,
Just
Kind of
five
already
grand.
promised to buy it, to be fair.
yeah.
What?
I've not asked for anything else, Craig.
Oh my god.
Fucking hell.
How much money do you have?
Well, I gave 2.5k platinum.
Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. So 25,000.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
It's only a fifth of our total income, like.
Our.
Yeah, right, it's grand, but I seem to be the only one putting into the bank of Joe.
No. In all fairness, didn't put all my money into it. Granted,
Sure.
all my money is in Lectrum, so
Fairness.
It's the Electrum because I had to break it down for you.
It is the bank of Joe, not the bank of Joe and his team. Yeah.
Oh, so is Ulster only allowed to put into Ulster Bank?
Yep. Pretty soon they will be, yeah.
And only the country itself of Ireland is allowed to put into Bank of Ireland. No one living there, just Ireland.
Yep.
wait, is that a thing?
No.
No,
Okay.
that's not how banks work, Moss.
No, because I remember seeing like I knew Ulster Bank was pulling out, and I was like, oh, that makes.
Right,
When we were quiet today, I just kind of went through the emails, and I saw like 3 or 4 emails saying, "Hey, if your bank's Bank of Ulster Bank, you might want to like open up another account so we can actually pay you."
Wow.
Yeah.
Alright, so Burr and Cedric are put to bed to rest up.
To try and not lose our legs.
Yeah.
I was gonna run to the blacksmith and throw him the $5,000. I need the Eater now.
Well, you got it. Just give it 10 minutes. He's already been kind of tinkering on it, and he just starts hammering like a mad thing. You see him like You see as he starts to carve sigils and enchantments inside of it, he eventually hands it over to you after about 15 minutes or so. Takes the money, is like, whoo! His hands are like smoking. And there you go. Good luck with that thing. It's gonna have quite a kick. Okay, I'll see you later. Just looks at the bag
Thank
of
you.
gold. Woo! There's now like loads of these kind of Celtic tribal symbols like all over it, written into it.
Yeah, now it is now +3.
Mm-hmm. You turn, rest of you resting up. Is there anything you want to do for the night, or the day, I suppose, until night, while this is still happening, or are you happy just to rest in the inn for the day?
Just make sure that Burr's and Cedric's legs are just elevated. Rice, you know.
Hovering, but doing rice, yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh shit! Yeah, Ebic's gonna completely not understand what rice is, and just put the legs in rice.
Oh my god.
So, like, I've heard Dopey and Happy say like rice is the best thing for a leg injury.
Just buy bags of rice downstairs and just cover their legs in rice. It seems to soak up some of the infection, but doesn't really do much beyond that. Cedric, while you're sleeping, you fall into this very deep slumber, and you begin to dream about this one. You're not yourself in this dream. You're someone else who's frantically scribbling in a book, drawing these very crude arcane symbols and etches and sketches of demonic beings and weird rituals to be performed. You see they kind of like eventually becoming impatient. You smash down on your desk, the desk splinters under your gnarled, rotten hand with these long black fingernails. You kind of like shakingly go to grab a mirror to look at your face, and you can see it's starting to like fall down to one side. It's like all the skin is sagging at one half of your face. One of your eyes is completely pitch black, the other one is a ball of flame. You kind of start to straighten up your hair, kind of fix it in place again, and you grab a vial from your shelf, give it a sniff, and your face kind of refixes itself and you look somewhat youthful again. You close the book and put it in the vault again, and you see now the cover of this book is the same book that you've been reading and learning all your spells from.
Interesting.
You continue on out of your study. Everything here is kind of rotten and dilapidated. You can see like the wood is soggy and damp. The whole place is musty. You continue downstairs. Your foot goes through one of the stairs and you kind of pull it out, pull on one of your nice cloaks and head outside. All the trees around this area are dead. You can see these pools of this thick black ichor kind of move and crawl along the ground. You see a couple of these undead creatures being swallowed up by it, or some of them are emerging from it. And as they do emerge from it, they're stronger. They're covered in these black veins, and their body is built up and swollen with this black ichor that fills their body. And they begin to follow you out of the woods. You hop onto a cart with an undead horse. And as you do cast a few spells on the horse, it changes its image to look like something living and something beautiful. And you head out through the front gates of your manor. And
Does any of it look familiar to Cedric?
I'll get you to make a history check.
10.
Then looking around, it's hard to tell. You're going through these streets. It's a city that you've. As he kind of leaves this manor and continues towards a town, he's kind of in a town itself, in a city itself, just on the outskirts, and you head into town in this cart and you look at it. You can't place this place at all, and you're pretty confident. Either you've never seen it or you've never read about it. As he goes to this one strange city with these buildings of kind of black stone and runes all along them.
Okay.
One thing you would be able to tell from his clothes and from the style of a few things around you, the style of the buildings, this is an older time. This is a long, long time ago.
A long time ago. Blackacre. Book. In safe. In tower. Does he have fire eyes like I do? Or
One of his eyes is a ball of flame and the other one is completely black. Pitch black. And he seems to be an elven man.
the appearance he put on was an elven man, or he actually is an elven man?
He had he had incredibly long ears, much longer than an elf. And when he did fix, even when his face was sinking, he looked somewhat elven. But when he put it back together, even though it still lacked the beauty that it probably should have had, he still looked kind of terrifying to look at. These kind of wild eyes. One of them, his eyes were still burning. The other one seemed to turn back to a regular eye, but it had no pupil. It just had a single iris of blue. And the eye itself, the white of the eye, was kind of yellowy and bloodshot. Veins still kind of came through at his temples. But he looked like an elf. I'll get you to make a nature check for me to see if you can actually place what kind of elf he was.
An old one. 5.
Some sort of elf. And you being in his head, you know that the potion that he sniffed, it was pushing back the tide. It was pushing back this corruption that's rotting his body, to let him look like something similar to what he used to look like. But every time he does it, and every time the corruption takes him over more and more, it's harder to push that back. And you can just sense this paranoia in his body, in his person, as he's looking around constantly, not like always looking over his shoulder. And he's just there's this irritants in his body, this unstable mind, shiftiness. He can never fully relax.
Is there any sense of where he's going?
He's late for something. There's some sort of appointment.
Okay.
As he continues on through the village, this kind of town city with warped buildings covered in ruins and dark stone, he stops outside a house, and this one individual in dark robes comes out, hops into the back of the cart with him, starts muttering something to himself, and pulls down his hood. You also see another elven man sitting in the back of this cart, long ears as well. And he continues on, but by that time, your dream kind of just falls into this kind of mess
This
of
the
emotion.
town we were in that was destroyed.
Yeah, you get the sense it looks quite similar.
I remember this town. I don't remember the name of it.
It's called Culla.
Like, is that spelled like going to sleep in Irish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is the tower? Is that the tower where I like RKO'd that guy out the window?
Yeah.
Yeah, that town.
Yes. The
Good
RKO
times.
town.
The RKO town. Yeah. Seems to be the same one.
I can't be sure, but it seems to be.
Cedric's having a mad fever dream.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got his hands out in front of him like he's
Too much milk of the poppy.
it's like he's pulling reins of a horse.
Try. Once I feel myself waking up, I'll try and stay in the dream.
Okay, I'll get you to make a wisdom saving throw.
19 plus 8.
Okay. You kind of
So that's
down.
27.
Yeah, you dive back down into this dream again as you just want to stay in this, and you kind of have missed a few sections, but now the cart behind you is full. It's got 5 other members inside, all in robes, and eventually you come to this very tall, dark tower, about 100 foot tall, in the center of the city. And where the large crater once stood on top of this big hilltop, where Malekith's tower was, there's only the hilltop. There's no crater at the top. Instead, there's just this very, very large dark tower. You pull up the cart, and each of the members starts to crawl out. And as they do as well, they kind of pull out little vials. They give them a sniff as well. You kind of see them kind of fix their faces, and the 6 members make their way into the tower and continue up this large spiral staircase. Eventually, they make it to the very top, standing over all the Gostar now. These dark, stormy clouds all around. And one of them brings forth this purple gem, and it begins to float up into the sky, and one by one each one of these members reaches forth, and from their fingertips this dark energy starts to emanate, like these kind of like thin dark threads, like spider webs, start to fill the crystal with this dark energy. And you can see from their hand continuing down, parts of their skin starts to rot away, revealing bone fingertips. The next one does the same, continues, and the dream again starts to fall away, and you start to wake up again. If you want to stay in the dream, you can make me a wisdom saving throw.
22.
22. Continue. One by one, all of them start to raise their hands up, and you see now the first one who put their hand forward, their entire arm is just bone now. It's coming up half their face, and now they're just this skeletal figure in robes, shooting their essence into the crystal. And the crystal is growing bigger and bigger, and this large purple beam shoots up, penetrates the sky, parts the clouds. And now this very large, this huge flaming orb is coming closer and closer to the city. You look around from the top height of this tower, all the ruins and all of these buildings in this city are beginning to light up purple. And this purple energy is starting to flow through the city like a mist, up the tower, spiraling around it into the crystal. And you can feel the pull now. This weight is being dragged from the sky. You see this large flaming orb above you split and peel open to reveal this huge eye staring down at you. And the clouds begin to part one by one. You see more eyes opening up into the sky. And it's your turn now to put your hand forth. I'll get you to make another wisdom saving throw if you want to stay in the dream.
20.
20. So with that, you see all of your friends, or your you would consider them like co-workers, or colleagues, exactly. All of their bodies are starting to disappear into this crystal as it gets larger and larger into this huge spear now that's moving up into the air. And you're about to throw your hand forward. You realize this is probably enough. This is all he probably needs. And you pull your hand away. And the others turn to you with their skeletal faces. And you smile. And they try to reach towards you, but their bodies are already beginning to crumble. Their bones are starting to be absorbed into this crystal, and they can't pull away. And they just reach out to you, just shaking their heads. And you let yourself fall off the side of the building. Open up your cloak into this set of big black bat wings. And you begin to fly away. And then you hear this rumbling in the sky, as if the sky itself is beginning to split and break in part. And you feel heavy, your head's nodding again. I'll get you to make one more wisdom saving throw.
A 22 again.
22 again. And you just hear this rumbling now, as this eye opens up and kind of folds back to reveal like teeth, not just a row of teeth, but rows and rows and rows of teeth that continue to roll back on itself like it's unfolding, and then it eventually turns into tongues and eyes and flesh, and then this orb of fire is vomited out of the center of this mass, this eldritch horror, and it plummets down into the tower, cracks the tower, crumbling it. You see these purple cracks run through the entire thing. This shockwave explodes outwards, and you are sent flying through the air, crashing back into your manor, hitting your head at the back of your safe, which swings open. The book rolls out onto your lap, and you call upon the mist one more time, and you wake up.
Do I get a sense off of this guy that, like, is he like, it worked? Like, is he happy that it worked? Or does he think, like, in that instant that, oh shit?
Oh, he's very much like... There's a few things going through his mind. The first one is like, oh shit, I'm gonna fucking die. This is a bad wound on the back of my head. I need to fix this and repair it. That's his immediate thought. It's like not about the plan or whatever just went on. It's just his own selfish survival that he wants to do first. Then there's also this kind of like, almost like he's kind of like laughing at the situation, just like how stupid they were to think that that could have worked. And then a little deeper down, there is this sense of denial. Like maybe it could have if he helped, but that was a shit show. That was, whatever they did, they were not happy. That was not enough. But there's definitely something valuable there. But he needs to get through this and survive to grab hold of what's being thrown down and left behind. Maybe he can scavenge something from there.
With my knowledge of injuries through my experience with a certain group of people, what I know is this like a survivable injury?
He has hit his head, like the base of his skull, on the back of something sharp, and he has lost all feeling in his body, like from the neck down. And if he doesn't act fast, and if he doesn't call on whatever this mist is to help him out, he probably won't survive it. And looking through this book itself, this is something he's written. This is not the mist or anything. This is him researching the mist itself. And what he's learned and been given by the mist.
Weird question. When he finished writing earlier, did he like date anything in the book?
No, he doesn't seem to date anything. They're just kind of like the entirety of this book is kind of just like mad.
But I saw the last page he wrote before he left, right?
You did, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You did indeed. It would have been. He would have been like all these mad writings that he's been. Actually, give me a history check. See if you actually know what. Or Arcana check. You can give me an Arcana check. See if you can actually decipher what that was.
Arcana would be a 16.
16? This is some sort of ritual that he's been trying to perfect again and again. You do recognize the page. And you've read it before. You've seen it before, and it is the...
Is there more written after that page?
There is.
Okay.
And there's corrections as well made to that page afterwards. And it is this, it's all designated to acquiring immortality.
Just become a lich, dude. It's so much easier.
It seems to be what it is.
Ah.
Yeah. Seems to be something that turns you into a lich.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
Study lich book.
Alright, so you do come to consciousness, everyone around you. I will say that you lose the level of exhaustion that you did have in the level of poisoning and all that kind of stuff, but you do gain 1 level of exhaustion from this recovery that you will have until you have, like, you know, proper long rest. But you all get the benefit of a long rest currently, from all the time that you spent just relaxing, which has been nice. But yeah, you come to consciousness now. It's kind of like it's late at night, like the sun is starting to set now. But you're here. You can smell the food and everything else. Yeah, we can. How are people doing as well, energy wise?
I'm good, but I have work at 6, so I might have to head off soon.
Okay. I will say, as you all kind of get around, check on Cedric, there is a tremor. The entire building that you're currently in shakes. You can hear glasses and things smashing downstairs. And then there's a second tremor, this time louder and more severe, as now dust and everything falls from the ceiling. You see a few the room itself creaks, and you can see the entirety of this room kind of just like slightly warp and bend and buckle, and some planks start to splinter, and you hear screams downstairs. You can hear crashing of cutlery and plates and jugs and everything. You can now hear as well, on the third tremor, there's the shattering of a lot of glass, and then the rush of water, and all these sounds like, oh man, no! There's a large washing of water, and eventually the whole building itself starts to crack and break and splinter, and you can hear the stomping feet, the running of people running in fear, trying to escape this building before it all collapses inwards. What do you all want to do?
I'll grab the nearest person who doesn't have a leg and start carrying them out.
I was gonna say, Cedric is gonna get out of bed, forgetting that he may not have a usable leg.
Oh no.
I'll grab Cedric and help him fucking swing down the stairs.
All right. So you start heading down the stairs with Cedric. What's everyone else doing? Epic, what do you want to do?
I'll grab Burr and like help him out of bed.
Nice. Okay, so you're helping Burr. Joe, is there anything you want to do?
I'll follow them.
All right. Okay. So all of you start heading down the stairs. The ceiling starts to splinter. Glass is starting to break all around you. The stairs are starting to collapse in. I'll get everyone to make a athletics check. Cedric, you can roll just a straight roll. You don't have you're being helped by Diego. Okay, cool. And yeah, okay, cool. So just roll for Burr. He's a straight. Oh, Burr also got a terrible roll. That's a 7 for Burr. Grub is fine. Okay, so what did Joe and Diego and Epic get?
15.
I got a 19.
15, 19?
12 for Joe, or 12 for Diego at least.
Okay, cool. So all of you are starting to head out. With your 19, you do kind of manage to counteract Burr's lower roll, and the two of you do manage to get out of the building just in time. As do Grug and Joe. Unfortunately, as the other two start to kind of waddle out of the building, a bit of the ceiling just kind of starts collapsing inward. Stone planks and glass starts to shatter down towards you. A bit of furniture as well. I need the both of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Who?
Sorry. Yourself and Diego.
10.
10.
Is it just a straight roll for me?
Okay.
Is it a straight roll? Or do I have
It's disadvantage. Oh no, it's straight roll as well because Diego's helping you.
18.
18.
I assume I get advantage because I can see the
Yeah,
thing
you
trying
can.
to kill me.
Absolutely. So you get out. Unfortunately, Cedric.
I ain't
I'm
getting
not-
my leg reattached, am I?
I'm not leaving Cedric behind. If it's
Okay,
fine,
so
then
you're
yeah.
taking. Okay, so I'll split the damage between the two of you. So nothing too bad, and because you're staying there, his leg's gonna be okay. So it's gonna be 24 split between you. So you both take 12 bludgeoning damage as the ceiling comes in and starts crashing down on top of you. You then see this big hand come down and start to lift off the rubble and pull yourself and Cedric out, helping you out. You see the King of Toads has hopped in, and he's now just carrying the two of you out, in each under one of his arms, carries you out of the building. And
Amazing.
eventually the whole building just starts collapsing in on itself. You manage to catch your breath for a moment as the dust, everything starts to settle, and more tremors begin to shake throughout the entire city. And you can see now, from where you are, the mountainside, which half of this city is built into, is starting to crumble and come away, and an avalanche is starting to erupt from around the city and kind of cave into parts of the city. Snow is starting to fall down, like these cascades of white waterfalls are starting to come down into the city. But the biggest thing that catches your attention is the enormous mech, several hundred feet tall, built into the side of this city, with its hands outstretched with this kind of mercury-like liquid dripping from its hands and its eyes, is starting to move and come away from the mountainside. And slowly it lifts its foot up and takes one step forward. And as it does step on the ground, another tremor shoots throughout the entirety of the city. And it continues, takes another step. And you can see the large laser that it has for an arm starts to light up and just point towards the city. And we're going to leave it there for this week.
This city has a lot of fucking safety issues.
Yeah. But this robot was like a god to the dwarves, right? It was like
yeah, it's known as the masterpiece.
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal, and it's defunct as far as we were aware.
Yeah. Seems to be.
I don't think a fireball is gonna do a whole lot of damage to it, boys.
2 fireballs. This seems like more of a fucking force of nature.
How can I make a nuke with that power core that I found?
Nuke. I like the idea of a nuke.
Yeah.
Try to throw it at it.
You could strap it back into the laser and just start.
Yeah,
fucking-
we'll use the tactical epic.
Guys, I'm not joking. This is the first time we're actually in a situation where we can make a peasant cannon.
It's true. You could use the big orb as the source, as your ammunition.
We could yeet the purple rock at the big giant.
Oh my god! Fucking yeah. Jesus Christ.
Find out next time on Into the Multiverse.
Yeeter Ball Z.
Yeeter Ball Z. Thank you for everyone who's been watching, and we'll see you next time. Don't know when, but we'll be playing sometime soon. All right.
Hell yeah.
All right.